1 in 3 teens have had no formal instruction on contraceptives.
Only 20 states and DC require public schools to teach sex ed.
Of these, only 13 states require that the information be medically accurate.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Amy.
I'm Wendy.
I'm Jessica.
And I'm Jenny. And we're Team CodeHAUS from Dallas, Texas. How many of you didn't learn everything you needed to know from your high school sex ed class? You're not alone. As our classmate Melanie puts it, her high school sex ed class consisted mostly of vague terms and didn't focus on safe sex at all. Teens around the world have little to no sex ed, leaving them with questions. They're too ashamed to ask their parents or teachers, and instead turn to the internet, which, unmonitored, can give inaccurate, irrelevant information. In fact, 80% of teens in our community said that they saw a personal benefit in asking sex ed questions anonymously to peers or experts.
This is where Ask Ada comes in. Our Android-based app offers high school students a judgment-free zone to both ask and answer sex ed questions anonymously. By breaking down the stigma currently surrounding sex ed, we hope to make this important information available and accessible to all. Our app can be used by teens, parents for their personal or child's benefit, or schools to supplement existing sex ed programs.
Our app has 3 tabs: Ask a question, Answer a question, and More resources. Ask a question allows users to submit questions, which are then reviewed by the administration team. One of our beta users submitted the following question: what do I do if my boyfriend won't stop asking for sex? Answer a question displays the top 3 most frequently asked questions each week to be answered. Finally, More Resources has additional links and videos with supplementary information.
But with so many apps currently on the market, how do we stand out? After conducting a preliminary search of similar apps, we found that we were the only app to combine user interactivity, appropriate content for a high school level audience, and an atmosphere that focuses on deconstructing the stigma surrounding sex ed. Unlike other apps, Ask Ada draws on the collective experiences of the community to create an open conversation in which users can ask and answer sex ed questions anonymously among their peers in real time. Though our app is currently free, we still plan to bring in revenue to offset the costs of developing, hosting, and supporting our app. We will first use advertisements targeted at our user base, which, through active promotion, will reach 20,000 users by the end of the first year. These advertisements can be removed through a $1 in-app purchase. Furthermore, we will actively solicit sponsorships from partners who share our similar mission.
To expand Ask Ada, we plan to develop an iOS version of our app and implement a login system to ensure user accountability. Also, we plan to create a flagging system to check against inappropriate content and translate our app into multiple languages.
We will post app-relevant information on our Facebook and Twitter, such as when live Q&A sessions with sex ed experts are happening, and actively promote our app through our website, our school newspaper, and local and regional news sources.
We'd like to acknowledge one of our teammates, Brenda Lee, who couldn't be here today. We'd also like to thank the following people for their time and help, and we're so grateful for the opportunity to present our app in front of y'all. There's still a long way to go in achieving comprehensive sex ed.
Ask Ada is just the first step.
Thank you so much, and have a great day.
Thank you. That was a really great presentation, and I think you're addressing a very current and important issue and challenge. I have a question. You mentioned company sponsorships. Have you thought about partnerships with the education system and government, so society more broadly? Any thoughts there would be helpful? Thank you.
Yeah, I think definitely partnering with the government to, further our cause is definitely somewhere we want to expand in on the future. One of our immediate goals is to maybe partner with schools, so to have Ask Ada as a supplementary resource. So instead of us as the administration team, curating the questions, it could be a teacher monitoring the questions and the students in the class asking those questions. So So we believe it's very versatile and can be applied in multiple situations.
Oh, thank you.
And also, we recently had a meeting with our headmistress, and she was willing to open up our app to the middle schoolers as like a demo. And so we would be like expanding to multiple schools after that.
That's great.
Yeah, awesome presentation, and I really enjoyed the demo as well. And one question I had was, what are your thoughts on how you can ensure the quality of the answers to actually differentiate you from everything else that's on the internet?
So one of the things we believe that differentiates us from other apps or just searching on the internet is our interactivity. So the ultimate goal of our app is to break down the stigma surrounding sex ed, and that starts with conversation. So we are aware that inevitably there may be inaccurate information, but we plan to moderate that through the administration team, as well as by reaching out to professionals as an extra check to make sure the information is accurate. But in the future, we plan to develop a flagging system to check against that inappropriate content. So we believe that our app offers a mobile solution right at their fingertips, which is not only efficient, but we also hope it's accurate and comprehensive as well.
What also differentiates our app from, for example, just searching on Google, your question, is that the internet, when you search it on Google, it can provide a lot of inaccurate and also irrelevant results, sometimes inappropriate things that you don't want to see. Our app is kind of a safe haven and prevents those things from happening.
Also, we plan to implement a logging system to ensure user accountability. And so let's say a medical expert wants to answer a question. So he or she can turn on or turn off the anonymous feature. Obviously, if it's a medical expert, they'll turn off the anonymous feature. And so when you see the question being answered, you can then go to their login system and see their credentials, and then you'll see if it's a source or not. And so it's a medical expert or not.
All right, thank you, Team CodeHAUS.